that's coming in at the moment. A very crucial government briefing with regards to the plane crash that took place in the city of Ahmedabad. Civil Aviation Minister Mohan Naidu will brief the media. He'll be meeting the media about the investigation that has taken place so far. The black box was retrieved from the rooftop of the hostel, the students' hostel where the plane had crashed. That black box has been retrieved, and now the Civil Aviation Minister all set to brief the media on the investigation that is taking place so far. Union Civil Aviation Minister all set to brief the media. The investigations began. Visuals on your screens are of Mohan Naidu, who's the Civil Aviation Minister. In fact, immediately after he got the information about the Air India plane crash, he flew from the national capital to the city of Ahmedabad. He was amongst the first ministers to reach the crash site. My colleague Amit is now joining me on the story. Amit, this will be a very crucial briefing which will be done by the Union Civil Aviation Minister Mohan Naidu. He'll be speaking to the media about the investigations done so far.
Right, Aishwarya. As we speak, there's a very crucial meeting going on in the Civil Aviation's Ministry, and this certainly will give a response and answers to families like this one, which is carrying flowers in their, a packet, and they are from the family of Vanita and Devji Lakshman, who were on the way to London, couldn't make it, like other 241 who were part of that passenger list of Air India 171, and they have come here to pay homage to their parents, but they have a lot of questions in their minds at this point in time. Why that flight crashed, like you and us? I mean, certainly they are more anxious than anyone across the world right now, because they need answers to those questions, and those answers are being pondered. Questions are being pondered upon right now in the meeting which is going on at the Ministry of Civil Aviation. What is being discussed is that what is the recovery so far, how the investigations will be carried forward from here. The agencies which are part of the entire operation, be it the DGCA, the AAI, the Airport Authority of India, or Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, or the other agencies which are part of the probe right now, all of them have been called for this particular meeting at the Ministry of Civil Aviation. Mohan Naidu obviously is chairing that particular meeting, and based on these inputs, it will be for the first time around 1:30 p.m. When the Civil Aviation's Minister would be speaking to the media, briefing about the entire operation. While we give you those details, I'll also request Manish to show the developments on the ground. There are doctors from the Junior Doctors Association who used to live in the hostel where the crash happened, with their bags and luggage in order to take out the documents. They want to go inside. Their all important documents are at the building itself, and they are also in state of horror and shock, because their colleagues are the ones who died in the mess while they were having lunch. The members from the mess and the staff, nursing staff, or the assistant staff at the hostel, they have died in this accident as well. The numbers will only be confirmed by the government. What's also happening at this point in time on the spot, Aishwarya, is that the tail part which was stuck, which is still kept on the rooftop of the mess, mortal remains which were stuck in that area, were removed today, and they were taken to the hospital. So all of this is being obviously being analyzed by the authorities, and around 1:30 p.m., as you also mentioned, Mohan Naidu will be speaking for the first time after the recovery of the black box, after the recovery of the material evidences from the spot, as well as the inputs that has been given by the ATC, the AAI, the DGCA, the AAIB, and other authorities from the Gujarat government as well. Because remember, the Gujarat government was the functionary unit on the ground, and the central agencies were actually seeking help from the Gujarat government officials to work it out on the ground as well in order to carry out the rescue operation, the medical assistance, or collecting those material evidences from the ground. So at 1:30, this briefing will happen, and obviously while Ram Mohan Naidu will be addressing the media, that will also put an end to a lot of speculations that those are doing rounds. We also saw yesterday as to how certain unconfirmed information were doing rounds at India Today. We broke that story of black box only when we got the information from the top officials within the ministry that black box has been recovered. So this particular press conference will also put an end to a lot of speculations that are happening, and we have to keep in mind that while we have lost 169 of our own who were part of the craft of Air India, the Boeing Dreamliner, 53 of them from Britain, 7 from Portugal, 1 from Canada.
Right.
And these residents, the families of these passengers would be also seeking answers as per the international protocols. So around 1:30, there could be a clarity on all those aspects. And yes, the new norms that are being discussed right now for enhanced air safety regulations in India. Back to you.
Right, Amit, you also mentioned the time. It's at 1:30 today that we will see that very crucial government briefing with regards to the plane crash that took place, the black box, Amit, and that was the story that you broke. The black box has been retrieved. But Amit, it will still take some time for the investigations to actually end. And we have seen in the past also, at times it's taken 6 months, at times it's taken even a year for the investigations to get over. But a lot of questions are being asked because more than 300 people overall have lost their lives. What exactly happened in those last 40 seconds? That's the big question.
Right, Aishwarya, while we would want these questions to be answered immediately, and more than us, the families who have lost their loved ones, this process is going to take a very, very long time. And why I'm saying that is that even in cases in the past, for instance, there was a Boeing 7878, which is the Dreamliner flight itself. A snag was there while it was taking off back in 2012 at one of the US airport, and that particular in that particular case, one of the engines could not give the thrust. Why I'm referring to that particular case, because there is similarity even in this case of Dreamliner. The pilot had said that thrust is not coming. He could not achieve the elevation that's required. So in that case, it took almost a year for the US independent agency to complete the probe to come out with the factual details. But we can certainly say that there would be a prima facie report in the beginning, and after that there will be a detailed report which will be coming from the AAIB. That's being done, that investigation is being done as per the standard protocols of the ICAO, International Civil Aviation Organization. And the second is the higher level committee that has been formed by the Ministry of Civil Aviation, which will also bring forward the enhanced air safety in the country. Back to you.
Right. Thank you, Amit, giving us all those details. Very crucial government briefing will take place at 1:30 p.m. today. The Union Civil Aviation Minister, Ram Mohan Naidu, will brief the media about the investigation so far.